Can I ask you a question before we do that?
Yeah.
I always love your tagline, "The truth is inside you." But
Right.
where does that come from? Because I think that I think it kind of ties into the inner game stuff. Am I right?
Right. Right. Yeah, definitely. Because the thing is, I don't even remember exactly how me and Miles came up with that slogan, but we was always, talking about, truth and how people have to understand that, like, there's the truth as far as like, okay, this is a phone. We all agree this is a phone, and that's the truth that this is a phone. When we say the truth is inside you, what we're saying is that there's something unique about you, and whatever that uniqueness is, whatever that's the things that's going on, that's true for you. So whether it's negative or positive, it's true for you. So if you have some negative things going on, you have to be like, okay, well, what are these things that I can work on in order to progress, in order to succeed? You understand? If I have some positive things, what are those things that I can, take into account and get even better, and just use those as a springboard for me to be even more confident that I am, and just see myself as that valuable person. So it's like, it definitely coincides with what you're definitely doing too. And I think that's great, because what it is I think too much, a lot of times, especially for us men, we always look at the surface, but we don't want to go beneath. You understand what I'm saying? We don't want to like dig deep into the situations. And on top of that, this a lot of times also eliminates, when we talk about inner game, it eliminates all of the limitations that guys put on themselves based off of what's happening outside. So for example, a guy might be like, well, I'm only 5'9", and women only want guys who are 6 feet, so I can't get girls. And that's coming from you not actually working on the inner game. That's coming from you not actually understanding the value that you actually have. So, that's why I think this is like, because I actually haven't seen anyone or many people coming out with courses or programs that touch a lot on this topic of inner game, which is really the most, I think, important thing in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like,
dude, you're spot on. Right. I make a joke about it, but I did something last year called Inner Game July. And it was the least viewed show, the worst YouTube analytics. Like every marker was bad.
Right.
It's not sexy, right? These guys want to see top 10 reasons why she's a slut, They want to see all that stuff. But really, at the end of the day, here on this planet, in this time that we have before we all die forever, the number one asset you have is yourself.
Right.
And if you don't have a healthy relationship with yourself, and if you don't love yourself, and if you don't respect yourself, two things are going to happen. First thing is you're not going to get any quality women.
Right.
Second thing is the women that are going to be interested in you are going to be predatory, and they're going to fucking take advantage of you, because they're going to smell that weakness on you and exploit you. It's a female nature. You know what I mean? And by getting your inner game worked out, your inner stuff, everything else comes into play. I'm just going to use myself as an example, and I'm not trying to show off or whatever. I'm just being very honest. I came from an extremely broken household where I was physically and emotionally abused. My mom's from Trinidad and Tobago. Okay. So she beat me like a Caribbean woman. And after the beating came the emotional beatings, right? The verbal beatings. And then to top it off, we were poor as fuck, living out our car at one point. Very just chaotic, me, my brother and sister, three different fathers from the same mother, divorce after divorce after divorce, breakup after breakup, a lot of chaos. Now I'm 36 years old. My business has done $1 million+ in 2 years.
Nice.
Invested a lot in cryptocurrency. The course I helped develop my buddy was endorsed by Robert Kiyosaki. Shout out to Charlie from Cultivate Crypto. And I should be in jail. I should be dead. I should be overdosed on drugs somewhere. But one thing in my life that was a common denominator, it started way back in the day with Player Supreme. I don't know. Do you remember Player Supreme?
Oh, yeah, Player Supreme. Shout out to Player Supreme. R.I.P. Yeah. Player Supreme, that's the dude right there. You know what I'm saying? That's the dude right there.
His products and stuff, he mentored me. He coached me. And
That's
he
what's
was
up.
teaching me about building, myself up with his confidence kicker program. And I would talk to him, and I did consultations with him, and he helped me out.
Mm,
And he helped me realize that if you don't have, and this is going to sound woo woo, but bear with me, guys. If
mm,
you don't have a healthy amount of self love inside of you,
mm,
nothing's going to work for you in your entire life.
mm,
You're going to get fleeced at work. You're going to get overlooked for the promotion. The girls you want, they're not going to want to be with you.
mm.
It's just going to go on and on and on. Bad things are going to happen. You're not going to be able to stick to your goals and have discipline because you're not going to think you're worthy of it deep down inside.
Right.
And these are all things I had to overcome. I grew up without a dad, so I had like the masculinity complex, the no stability in the household,
Mm,
all these things, and I was able to overcome it. And I think 36 as a man is still relatively young,
right.
and you're still getting into hitting your stride. And I'm doing well. If I, live by myself in Tokyo, I have a nice place. I'm
Mm,
very successful, and I'm helping men all over the world, thousands and thousands of men. I got a
right.
beautiful woman in my life. She loves me. I love her. Like, life is good. And it's all due to like me getting my inner world soaked out.